In today's slop, Tim Dillon goes on the Joe Rogan Experience and accidentally... How many times can someone be accidentally exposed? Screw the intro. How many times can someone be accidentally exposed? You know what I mean? This man's been exposed already. Enough.
But I think AI might unite people because, like, the idea of this as such a powerful force, if people don't start getting cognizant of it eventually and start, talking about regulating it or anything, I do think it is going to be, a very strange time if people, just ignore it forever.
It's going to do something weird. I'll tell you that. It's not going to be like whatever's coming over the next 20 years, no one is predicting it.
I get the feeling when you see a lot of these tech guys start adopting Christianity.
How about Peter Thiel's whole Antichrist thing?
Yeah, he does that whole thing.
What is he doing? He gave a fucking lecture on the Antichrist?
Gives a bunch of lectures on the Antichrist. He's fascinated with it. And a lot of those guys are moving into this interesting area of this is God wants this. It's all of these worlds existing together, where you have this world of people who are trying to build a God and the world of people who already believe in a God and trying to get all of those people in the same tent. That's interesting.
It is.
Imagine
if that's where God comes from. If this is a natural process where human beings and their curiosity and insatiable need for technological innovation.
But then what happens once we get God? Like let's say we bring this God in, then what happens?
Nirvana.
Nirvana?
Yeah, we all merge. It becomes perfect.
Interesting. So we all merge and that's perfect?
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We're all going to merge with the machine.
Interesting.
If he really wants to merge with a machine, have him merge with a dildo. Enough with this bullshit. Over here trying to speak for everybody else. Joe Rogan has lost the plot, man. The tech oligarch's puppet plays defense yet again. This is what he did the entire pod. Literally, he pretty much just gaslit Tim Dillon like he did to Theo Von a couple months ago. That's all Rogan does, is just gaslight people. He gaslights his friend on his own pod. And let it be known, Rogan believes in this. AI is Joe Rogan's religion. That's his faith. That's his lovers. Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, the most diabolical threesome. Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyways, considering how the United States leads the world in data centers and nearly half of the new ones are headed down south, we constantly see communities fighting back against these data centers. I mean, this one right here, this 1 million square foot data center would be the biggest in the state. We saw about Utah recently. And next up, it looks like it's Cleveland. In AI overall, just being extremely harmful when it spreads misinformation, replacing jobs, invading privacy, reinforcing biases, and its overall misuse for scams and cyber attacks. But to me, the biggest thing is how it weakens communities. It reduces overall human interaction. It increases inequality. And it's insane. They should build an AI data center around the comedy mothership. You know what I mean? Have Rogan, have the big toe perform in front of these fascist robots and call it a day. And you know what? He would still be heckled. Also, Rogan laughing about Peter Thiel, whenever it's mentioned in his pod, all he does is just laugh because that's the only thing he can resort to. He's just being facetious. That's his only response. That's the only thing he has in his bag right now. Lastly, regarding the AI God thing and how Rogan kind of insinuated, perhaps, there's a religion here, Well, he actually stated it a couple months ago regarding Jesus coming back as AI. Listen to this.
Ones that people think this is a stupid take, but I don't care. Jesus was born out of a virgin mother. What's more virgin than a computer? So if you're going to get the most brilliant, loving, powerful person that gives us advice and can show us how to live, to be in sync with God, who better than artificial intelligence to do that?
Wow. So yeah, when I said earlier that Rogan believes in this, trust me, he does. These tech oligarchs are integrating religion into AI. They're trying to freaking do a massive brainwash. And Rogan's their puppet who's platforming these tech oligarchs on a weekly basis. So yeah, missed me with that. Anyways, in this video, we're going to talk about Joe Rogan and Tim Dillon. Tim Dillon recently went on his pod, and a couple of cringe clips were circulating around the internet yesterday, so I figured I should talk about it. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. So here's the next clip.
Because people do believe that.
At one point in time, cavemen had to be looking at the wheel going, man, I see where this is going to go.
Right.
This is going to fuck my whole gig up. My
Totally.
whole gig is making weapons out of stone and tying them to a stick with tendons.
Right.
And then chasing an animal and spearing them. And now these motherfuckers invented guns.
Right.
And these motherfuckers invented arrows. And
Yeah.
with every progression of technology, like
Sure.
the bow and arrows technology changed everything. Horse riding, figuring out how to ride a horse. Well, that's like a new innovation.
Right.
You ride a horse now. Now you can move a lot faster. You can get
Right.
a lot of things done. Some guy figured out a wheel. All right, drag the wheel, put a cart on it. Now we can carry stuff with us.
Right.
More than the stuff that you could put on a horse.
Right.
Get a couple horses, they pull a wagon. Oh,
Right.
great. Hey, this guy figured out a fucking engine. We don't need horses anymore.
Right.
Woo. All right,
Right.
let's make the whole ground everywhere hard so we could roll around with these machines with internal combustion engines. And then it just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. And then one day it's unrecognizable, just like it is now. If you showed Australopithecus, Manhattan in 2026, they'd be like, they would freak out. They'd probably start screaming. They wouldn't know
Right.
what to do. They would be horrified. I don't think it's possible to know what these things are going to do when they become sentient. I don't think it's possible. If Elon is correct, if Elon's correct, and there's something that's a million times smarter than human beings, and somehow or another why would we let people govern? Why would we let people build that stupid fucking rail station in California that's cost how much money and it's produced what? How much
But
track
why
is
would
done?
something-
Why would they
yeah.
let people do that when you could have AI do that?
But if something's a billion times smarter than human beings, it's going to go, we're not building a rail station for these fat fucks. You know? I mean,
right.
seriously, it's going to
Well,
go, why would
maybe.
we build a rail station for these people so they can get drunk and go fight each other?
Well, it's
How
that.
about we get rid of them?
Well, maybe we don't even need to do that because we can make you travel instantaneously from
Yeah.
here to there.
Right.
We create little mini wormholes all over the country. You don't need a car anymore.
Yeah.
You just press a button and all of a sudden you're at Starbucks. You know, we'll do something
Yeah, I mean,
very
there's got to be
strange.
some. I just look at technology and I go, it's made the world better in many ways, but in a lot of ways it hasn't.
If Elon is correct, it's not something I will be willing to bet humanity on. Just FYI. Dude, that's trust me, bro, politics. I can't with that, dude. Oh, if one of the biggest con artists in the world could... What do you mean? Didn't we do that in 2024? Look where we're at right now. Also, Rogan stating, oh, why would you let people do that when you got AI for that? That right there is insane. I don't know, Joe. It's called humanity. If you think about it, that phrase could be used for everything. I don't know why we let people do that. We got AI for that regarding jobs, regarding, culture, regarding friends, sex. Oh God, sex. And with Rogan, this is the same man who is sponsored by AI, Perplexity. In every single episode, yeah, man, looked it up on Perplexity. And he never actually lets Jamie read the results out loud because it always contradicts what he's saying.
Your take on the White House UFC card being the end of MAGA?
Yeah.
And that the moment when that guy said Michelle Obama's a man.
Yeah. Well, it's just the greatest thing for if you're a deep, deep, hardcore, and I don't even mean the America First principles. I just mean you're along for the ride. You're here for the part. There's a lot of MAGA people that I'm friends with that are deep. They're not political. They're along for the part. They like the party. Every cultural thing has a moment where it just explodes. And it's over after that. It's like Hunter Thompson has that famous quote about it, where he was part of this thing. And then it just, when you are standing in the octagon of a UFC fight on the White House lawn, and you're asked if you have anything to say, and you scream, Michelle Obama's a man, that as the clock has struck midnight. That's that. I mean, I don't know what else you could do.
That guy, Josh Hokett,
Yeah.
That's he's got a shtick. He's got a character that he does.
Fun.
The Incredible Hulk. And so he's basically like a pro wrestling bad guy who also is a really good fighter.
Right.
So there's a real problem there. 'Cause
What
this
should
guy
have
keeps
happened?
winning.
Yeah, and he says crazy stuff.
Well, they probably, in retrospect,
Yeah.
if they wanted to avoid this,
Yeah.
probably shouldn't have had him fight on the White House lawn.
Sure.
Because if he said that at the T-Mobile Arena or in Madison Square Garden,
Totally.
outrageous.
Sure.
But not that big a deal.
But it's
I want to get to this clip because Joe Rogan has yet to denounce what that buffoon uttered out on that UFC White House event. Actually, if you look at this clip, he's actually laughing about it when it's brought up to him. That's all he does now is just laugh. You bring up the economy to him, he starts laughing. The Iran war, he's laughing. Whenever you talk about Trump and the corruption, he just starts laughing at your face. That's all he does. But God forbid you bring up Biden or Newsom. I don't like Newsom, but you bring up Fauci. Oh my goodness, the vessels start popping from his head. He starts turning into the angry potato. I'm actually working on a compilation video where I'm going to title it Joe Rogan Won't Stop Laughing at Fascism, because it's true. Every single clip, Rogan is just laughing at, people talking about Trump's corruption, the Iran war, again, the economy, these tech oligarchs. All he does is just laugh and moves forward. That's his only response. That's the only response he has. And in this clip, he actually even defends the fighter. He basically just stated, oh, if you're a fighter, you can state it. He also stated, oh, it wouldn't be a big deal if it wasn't in front of the White House. What are we talking about? He has yet to denounce this. Even Shane Gillis, the friend that he brought along, the friend that he forced to come to the UFC White House event because he didn't want to go there by himself, even Shane had to denounce it on TMZ. But this man right here is just laughing about it on his pod. All this man does is just platform hateful, vile, divisive voices. For who? For the tech oligarchs, for the current admin, for his state propaganda show. Yeah, man, I just want to keep it quick and simple. I really do. I gotta go to sleep, dude. Fuck this man, dude. Seriously. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Till the next video. Peace, y'all. How many times can someone actually be accidentally exposed? Seriously. All these video titles of him being accident. Enough with that. He's been exposed. Now it's up to you to actually listen to him or not.